Finally, it's happened to me right in front of my face, and I just cannot hide it. Finally. That is how I feel. Hey y'all, it's your girl SammyDaGawd. Okay. And I just wanted to drop in real quick to share an update because I'm very excited about it. As you can see from the title, you are here to watch me get tatted. But before you do so, I had to provide some context and backstory. Like, girl, what the hell are you talking about, girl? So, I'm sure many of you have noticed that I have a tattoo on my inner bicep. Okay, but I don't think you have noticed that it was incomplete this entire time. Yes. Now, let me give you a quick story time about what this tattoo even is, what it means, why I got it, and why it took me so long to finish it. I'm gonna wait for Onyx to get off the scratching post because what the hell? I don't know why he decides to always use it when I'm recording. Like, what is that about? Okay, so, boom. November 2016. Okay, see it in your mind. Oh, my hair came down. That is when the tattoo took place. That is when I got it started. Now, the reason being is because at the time I was like a month fresh out of a breakup and my heart was hurting. Okay. At the time I was with someone for like 3 years. This is from ages 22 to 25, like babies, really. When you look back, you're like, wow, I really thought I knew what I was doing and I did not. In your early 20s. Who can relate? Anyways, yes. So I was in a relationship for 3 years with somebody who was cheating the entire time. And I found out about it. Context provided. He had a child at the time when I started dating him. I already knew this. And this was my first time ever experiencing someone like a baby mama. I didn't know about that life. I didn't know it was so ratchet as how it could be. I did not know. I was naive, bright-eyed, and bushy-tailed child. Okay? And so the reason I found out that he was moving mad.
Why are you doing that?
Okay? Was because the BM DMs me with screenshots and a whole bunch of mess, child. I was like, yo, what is this life? It is too ghetto for me. I am not meant to be in a relationship that brings me all this drama and toxicity.
Yeah, because this one little.
Whoa,
My bad, Chad.
Whoa. Hey, you put a hole in my wall.
You rich. You can fix it.
God, you just put a hole in my wall.
And the thing about like having someone move mad like that and then you find out is it just completely shatters your perspective or perception of them. Like now you just cannot trust, and being with someone that you can't trust or your view of them has been tainted is like impossible sometimes to stick through that relationship, especially if the behaviors or habits haven't changed. So I had to leave and protect myself and my sanity. However, just because you make a conscious decision to separate yourself from a person doesn't mean your feelings shut off. So basically what was happening is we broke up, and then him and the BM pretty much just pressed play on the relationship. And then 3 seconds later, she was pregnant child. It just got so messy and hectic. And I'm here like...
Don't get worked up again.
Witnessing all of it and realizing like, yo, I was really with this person this whole time and this is how they were moving. Like, are you serious?
Are you dead ass, Ed Bowie? On my great nana's interweb?
It messed with me. It did. I'm not gonna front. Like, I had to go to therapy and everything to heal. But at the time of the tattoo, I hadn't done as much of that healing work just yet. All I knew is that I was in this deep emotional pain and like torment. Yeah, you know, I was just in pain. And anyone who has experienced heartbreak, you know, there's like this different variation of pain that you never knew you could experience.
It trusted all to Aaron! My dreams, my life, everything!
The only thing I have to give is this!
Without being physically hurt. It's like, what is this sensation and how do I get out of it? Like, it's like too much. And so I decided to get a tattoo. I was like, yo, I need to get tatted. I need something that's gonna like provide a physical sense of pain to like justify the emotional pain that I was going through. If anyone who has experienced that before, raise your hand in the comments. Like, can you relate to that feeling where you're like, I just need to feel the physical pain to make it make sense that I'm feeling this way so intensely, you know? And for me, tattooing is kind of like a form of therapy for me because it allows me to kind of transmute that negative emotion into something that's beautiful and bigger than that situation. And it's also like a reminder that any hard time that you're going through is so temporary, the pain of it at least, because there's gonna come a point where it heals, it gets better, and it's like this beautiful visual art of your experience. You know, that's my thought process. I came up with the concept of getting the 3 little birds on my arm, right? From that song from Bob Marley, where it's like, rise up this morning, smile with the rising sun. 3 little birds upon my doorstep, singing sweet songs of melodies pure and true, saying, this is my message to you. Don't worry. And I'm about to do a whole concert. I'm not about to sing the whole song, but if you know the vibes, you know the vibes. Like, it's really just a moment where I needed something big and colorful, and the idea of that song came to me. It was just in my mind over and over because the message was what I needed in that moment, which is everything is gonna be all right. Like, today is a new day, and yes, things are ghetto, but it won't always be that way. You know, and I wanted to get that visual tatted on the inside of my arm. So it's like every day I'm waking up yawning, woo, and I'm being reminded of that fact, you know? Concepts. Come on, visual. She got the concepts. So yes, I met my tattoo artist. His name is Anthony. I'll put his information in the bio because he's dope. He is hot fire. He's good. That boy good. Shouts to this story time going all over the place. I met him on the train. Why? Because he approached me. I was looking cute, I guess. And he was like, hey girl, let's talk because you have a vibe that I like. And so we just started having a conversation, and it got like really, you know, the conversation went everywhere. He had his little art sketchbook and he was just showing me his art. And at the time, he was brand new basically to tattooing, like intro levels, I would call it. So I actually had the tattoo get started in his apartment. Like, that's how new he was to the game with it. But I don't know, something about the vibe just felt secure, and so I went with it. I just went with it. And we weren't able to finish it though because it took like hours. It was late at night. The area was sore. So it was like, okay, just go home, let it heal for a while, and then we'll come back and finish it. And then, child, 6 years later, here we are. 6 years later. Now, why did it take that long, Sammy girl? Why? I'm gonna tell you why. Because within that period of time of the tat healing, it's like he seemed to have some kind of overnight success story happen because he just started getting booked and busy. Like,
it is so exhausting being terribly rich, having to breathe poor people's air.
Immediately, it felt like out of nowhere. And then he started working at West 4th, this tattoo shop in the city. For those who don't know, Manhattan. It's like he just started to become really, really high demand as a tattoo artist. And so the priority became all the clients that he was booking as opposed to his OG day one clients that he needed to finish their tattoos of. Yes, shade. That became the priority kind of. And so what would happen is every time I would reach out like, hey, you know, the tat, he'd be like, yeah, we're gonna finish it. I promise. Da, 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 da. I'ma just, you know, I'ma find some time and we're gonna get it done. Don't worry. And more time will pass and it wouldn't get done. And I'm the type of person who, I don't like having to be the one to constantly remind someone to do something that they said they were gonna do. you know? Like it makes me feel like I'm being a nag.
𝒊𝒏𝒆𝒂𝒊𝒏. Listen. Hey. Shut up. Be quiet. Listen.
It takes me out of myself. It makes me feel like I'm pressed for something to occur, especially because I'm relying on someone else's action for the outcome to take place. Like, I don't like that feeling. It's kind of like being in a group project and you're carrying the weight and you have to keep asking everyone. Like, I don't like that feeling. So after a while of constantly checking in, I just kind of just fell back and I was like, I'm just going to detach from this tattoo, accept it as incomplete, and if it works out, it works out. If it doesn't, it doesn't. So after a while, I kind of just forgot about it. You know, I got used to it being how it was, which was basically the birds were done, the branch, everything, and then the background was just an outline of the sun. So from the average person looking at it, they couldn't tell it was incomplete, but I knew, you know, but I just got used to it looking how it did. And so I dropped the issue, didn't press it any further. And then
6 years later,
he hit me up finally to say, yo, let's get it done. Like, availability is looking like this. Let's get on the calendar. Dates on calendars. The action came through finally. And this weekend, I went and got it done. Okay, so first of all, let me show it to y'all.
You want to see it? Hey, could you pass me the remote? You wanted to see it? It's just right over there. You wanted to see it? Did you want to see it?
Now, I know you're going to ask. That little film layer is like this wrap. First of all, when he finished, I thought he was going to put saran wrap on it because that's what I am accustomed to from back in the day. But apparently the tattooists have leveled up with the science. So now they have this like wrap that just sucks onto your skin and just covers it for several days. So that's what's on top of it, right? He told me to keep it on for 3 days. 3 of them, 1, 2, 3. And then take it off and continue with the healing. So it's like starting to peel a little bit. So, and it's day 2 now. So we'll see if it lasts to day 3, child. But yes, finally, I have gotten my tat completed with the background. And so now I'm going to let you see what that experience looked like for me. Because some people, when they get tatted, they act a goddamn fool in that place. But I am someone who I will feel the pain of it and like let it be. Let it be the experience. Like, this is a painful thing that I'm going through, but I'm pushing through it and coming out of it triumphant because I am capable of doing hard things. That's why the pain of tattoos is something I actually enjoy, because that's what I'm doing in my mind when it's happening. So here's the experience. That's like, right.
So we can be married and shit. What do you want to talk about right now? It's so important. Yeah, it's like, bro.
Yes, darling, I have to.
Point the clicker at the
have you ever had someone scream?
I don't know, I told him, shut your ass up. What are you hollering for? Like, that's supposed to stop something. Now, I had one person that was a little too much, and I cursed him out. I was about to beat him.
What did they do?
Kept moving.
Yeah, you don't want to
He
move.
talking every time I hit him, he's like, bro, it hurts. That's my skin. I was like, you got
Motherfucker, it's a tattoo.
Like, that's my
What you came
skin.
here for?
I'm supposed to tattoo your skin.
Like, why are you here?
I noticed your fucking skin. You think I noticed your fucking skin right now? You think I'm an idiot? You think I'm fucking stupid?
But
I know this
nigga,
shit
of
hurts,
course
but
it's
you know
the
what?
skin.
You moving around like a bitch.
I'm trying to like zone out.
It's like, let me find my zen so I don't Harlem shake on the thing.
Hey, yo!
That one. Wow.
Oh, wow. Oh, shit.
All right, y'all. Today is day 7 of the healing process. And let me tell you, yes, it's been so smooth, so easy for me. I took off the wrap on day 3 because he told me I can take it off on day 3. But honestly, I felt like I could have kept that on for the entire week because it was like really a struggle. I had to do it in the shower, everything, child. That was done, and then from that point onwards, I was just putting on my Aquaphor. The lighting was kind of crazy. Twice a day, morning and night, I just put on some, so it's like glistening. Let me give you a close-up of how it's looking.
You wanted to see it? Did you want to see it?
But yeah, I'm thinking what I'll do is just I'll put some pictures on Instagram when it's fully healed so that you guys can zoom in and really look at it. But I'm so happy to have this complete. Finally, it's happened to me right in front of my face, and I just cannot hide it. Finally. That is how I feel. That is how I feel. But you know what? It is what it is. But yes, guys, thank you so much for watching me experience this completion process.
You wanted to see it?
Who knows when the next video will be. Y'all already know the vibes on that by now, though. But stay posted. When inspiration strikes, I will come at you. And I'll see you when I see you. Bye, y'all.